Hello, hello. How are you, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community? My name is Tyra Omilade. I am your Goddess Guru, and I love helping women align with their life purpose using ancient wisdom so that they confidently and courageously live the amazing lives they know they deserve. And it's all about the goddess centered lifestyle. And part of the goddess centered lifestyle is understanding what is the wisdom that is speaking into my life at this time. And so I've been using the affirmations and decided to try something different this week. And I'm pulling from the Pathways of the Soul Oracle. And I love this oracle because it's just, one that we can relate to because it's founded in the English language. And so the Pathways Oracle, as you can see, well, let me show you this. On this first card, you can see that labyrinth, right? So there's a pathway into the soul and there's a pathway out of the soul. And it's always good to look at what are both sides of the coin. We can't just look at the negative side because there are people that love talking doom and gloom in the spiritual space. And you can't just share the positive. There are some people that's the only thing they want to focus on, thinking about the negative. They're afraid they're going to manifest it. But it's best to have that balanced approach and you look at both. And so the pathways out of the soul is about if I do this, if I don't make the shift, then this is what could potentially this week take me out of feeling aligned with my soul's purpose, with my soul, with my authentic self. And the pathway into the soul, if we begin to use that wisdom, then it helps to lead us to a higher level of alignment and, feeling more authentic and feeling successful. For me, being successful is important, even though it doesn't necessarily mean, what the world says it is. Being successful for me means that I made it through the day and checked off everything off my to-do list, right? Which might start with not having a to-do list that's like 3 pages long. Oh, okay, let's just be serious. Let's be clear, Tyra, okay? So this week, pathways out of the soul. I like doing the negative card first, just to get that out of the way. The subconscious, we don't want it focused on the negative when we're getting off of here. So chaos and drama. And so chaos and drama, what I'll say is that's related to peace. So in the Metu Neter, which is an oracle system that I use, it's based on Egyptian spirituality and some other things too, actually. But the Metu Neter talks about how when we are in a time to be committed to peace, one of the ways we build our peace muscle is sometimes chaos will show up. Now, what's chaos? Chaos doesn't always have to be a whole bunch of stuff going on in the house. Chaos, I'm finding, is oftentimes internal. There's internal chaos. We have too much going on in the mind, too much going on in the emotions. It just feels like the inner space, in our inner being is a runaway train. Maybe we're worried about something. We are just not at peace. We're not at peace. And so chaos and drama, if we just let this run amok in our lives, then this is a week where we may feel like I'm not connected to my soul. I'm doing everything except what I said I was going to do. Or I'm frozen. That's another thing this energy might do to you. It just might freeze you. You feel so tormented on the inside. It could be for some people, it's chaos at the job, chaos at the home, chaos in a relationship. You can look at what this means for you. But the main theme is, what's the remedy? Peace. Be committed to peace. So, chaos. And this particular oracle also gives a lot of things that you can work with, but I'm just going to focus on the animal totems. And the animal totem that goes with chaos and drama is armadillo. Now, this is why I chose armadillo, because one of the best remedies for peace is boundaries. That's what armadillo stands for in this particular oracle, boundaries. She says, armadillo isn't a tough guy. He just walks around in a very sturdy skin to help him navigate demanding terrain. If you aren't sure where everyone else stops and you begin, it may be time to emulate Armadillo and create some boundaries. And, if wherever the chaos is, so if it's inner chaos, how do you create a boundary with yourself? Part of the way you can do that is, or one way you can do that is maybe you say, you know what, I'm going to get up and do something different, something that makes my mind have to focus on something else to get it out of this rut of worry or whatever this lack of peace is. Maybe the lack of peace means I actually need to go and have a conversation with somebody that I have been avoiding having. What can you do that would inch you more in the direction of peace? Or also, and that's creating a boundary for yourself. And some of it is just straight up boundaries. Tell somebody, don't call me anymore. I'm not having this conversation with you. You know, we're going to have to do something, but a boundary has to be drawn. So that's that. And I would love to hear from you. How can you implement having more peace in your life? How can you put more boundaries in your world this week? Okay, so like I said, I like ending on a positive note. Joy is the pathways into the soul. Joy. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Joy. We got the little heart, all the colors going there. You can just think about your heart chakra right now. Just put your hands over your heart. And I am learning the power of our hands. Take your hand, put it over your heart, and it's like, oh, that feels so good, right? Yes. It's because you have good energy and your heart, you're touching your heart, that part of that center, that part of you that has your truest desire, that houses you, right? So, yeah, I love that heart on that card. And so the part that I wanted to mention that she wrote here, I love this about joy. She says, this is an opportunity to delve into parts of the self you've possibly never really connected to before. The key here is trust. Joy needn't be joy needn't be limited only to what we think of as a peak experience. It can happen frequently and never be diminished in the experience. Exuberance is good. Joy and innocence go hand in hand. And this is the part I love the most when I think about why I should carry this vibration of joy. Joy is an essential part of expansion. Joy is an essential part of expansion. If we want to understand, how do I continue to evolve and grow? How do I move in the direction of that goal that I want? Joy. Joy is essential to expansion. Joy is unlimited. And so I love working with this energy of joy. Oftentimes, the way we can bring it up is walk in gratitude, have more gratitude that automatically just infuses us with joy. She talked about innocence, maybe lowering judgment, especially of yourself. That will help to raise the joy vibration. And allowing ourselves to dream, allowing ourselves to be open to possibility, allowing ourselves to be open to more, even when the world is, seeking to dictate what you can and cannot have. It's your choice what you are allowing yourself to have, be what possibilities you're letting yourself be open to. And so I just say, go full out. There's different ways to invoke joy. And actually, I need to really be more mindful. I was thinking one of the ways I will say, because what I was going to say is one of the easiest ways to get into a joyful state for those of us who don't mind children, because I know not everybody likes children, is to play with a child in your life and just be in the moment with that child. But something I've been doing it here lately is I'll just find a little cute video of a little kid just being herself, being himself. It just brings me so much joy. It's like, wow, that's so cool. And I just allow myself to, hold that vibration for myself. I tell you, a lot of people like animals. I think animals bring a lot of joy, watching your pet, or some people want to sit there with their pet. It just brings comfort and joy. So, or delve into your most favorite creative endeavor. And then once you are in this joyful place, that's when we translate that energy over to that which we desire. I can tell you firsthand, I do so much better in manifesting when I'm operating from joy than when I'm operating from fear, or I'm operating from, you know, not feeling like just, oh, I gotta get it, this tension or whatever. Joy, I float to where I'm working to go. It's crazy. It's crazy. Cultivate a joy practice, my sisters. If there are any brothers watching, my brothers. And if we're going to talk about goddesses, this would be the goddess Oshun. It's so many different goddesses that carry this energy of joy. But one that we know is Oshun, Heteru, Urza, the energy of Venus. Venus is about joy. Let's see here. She gives some goddess names. Oh, I need to give y'all the animal for this one. I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you the name of a goddess. She has 3. She always has 3 listed, but I'm going to give you 2. One is the rainbow snake. It's from the Aborigine people, and it's about fertility. This goddess represents the fertile rains and waters of the seas. She holds and protects the knowledge of healing and guards over sacred traditions in the Aboriginal culture. This would be the goddess, the rainbow snake. And then there's Hathor, which I love the goddess Hathor. She's same as Heteru out of Egypt. She's beauty. Hathor represents a love of music, and she is one of the most honored goddesses in Egypt. So it's all about beauty and arts also. I'll go ahead and give this one, I think it's Rai Rai, Rai, and it has an apostrophe after the I's, from Polynesia. And I'm giving this one because don't nobody talk about goddesses out of Polynesia. So we got to represent all the cultures. Childhood is what she represents. This is the goddess of innocence. She can guide the way to truly joyful living. Rai Rai, or Ra has the ability to reveal the world of fairies to you. Just ask her, and she will show you the wonders of that magical realm. Now, I know that's a bit far out for other folk, but for some of us, the fairy world is real. And it just, think about little children. They don't question all this stuff. We need to tap back into that part of ourselves in order to step into a greater level of expansion. I hope that this has been helpful to you. May you have a wonderful week, and just chew on the wisdom. And if something comes up, you can just bring up the memory of today's wisdom and figure out, how do I apply this wisdom? Because it's great to know it. It's even better to apply it. It's medicine, essentially. It's medicine for life, wisdom. So thank you all so much. Again, I'm Tyra Omilade. I appreciate you for being here today. Please, if you don't mind, give me a thumbs up, share the video with other people who you think would benefit from this. And yeah, goddessbodymindspirit.com if you need a reading, or if you would like to join my Inner Circle membership, where I share wisdom like this every week on a regular basis. All right. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. Peace and love. Bye.